Hey everybody, it's Ace here with Ace's Takes. I have some hot tea today for two reasons. One, I'm spilling the tea on Goyard, and two, I lost my voice a week ago and it's just a good idea. This video is sponsored by me because we are talking about a gift that was for my husband for Christmas and I'm super excited about it. I am going to talk about the price. I am going to talk about the specs of the bag, certain things that go along with it, what you can carry in it, the size. But first, I'm going to give you a little background on Goyard. So if you want to skip ahead, I understand. But please understand we are just starting out our YouTube channel and I would love it if you would subscribe and like to help us out. First, let's talk about Goyard. Goyard is from France, started out in the 1700s by a gentleman, the last name Martin, or Martin, and he had an arranged marriage for this person that he was in charge of, not actually a child, and somebody he worked with, and left his store as a dowry for that marriage. That gentleman hired Goyard, and then when that gentleman passed away, Goyard took over the store and renamed it as Maison Goyard. And the store has been on Rue Saint Honoré 233 since the 1800s, where it still is today, which is very, very cool. They started out in trunk making and actually in packaging as to where they were specializing in how to pack things nicely, which is very cool. So they're known for their trunks, very similar to Louis Vuitton and their trunks as well. I have long been a lover of Louis Vuitton. We have always, anytime we see their trunks anywhere, I think it's very cool. We've looked at their trunks, and then I've started getting into Goyard about a year or two ago, and I started to learn more about the history of Goyard and their trunks as well. And one reason why we purchased a trunk bag from Goyard rather than Louis Vuitton is because their trunk bags are handmade and they are serialized, which I think just makes it a little bit more special. Super excited. So today we are talking about the Palace MM trunk bag from Goyard, which we have here. It is beautiful. Goyard makes multiple trunk bags, and we decided to go with this one for a couple of reasons. The Palace bag is a little bit larger than the Grand Hotel bag, and the Palace bag has the beech wood here, which the Grand Hotel bag does not. Also, the Palace bag has a pocket and the Grand Hotel does not. So those are a few things that set the two apart as to why we went with this bag. Goyard also has a few trunk bags. They have the cassette bag, which opens facing up. They have a cube, but this was for my husband and we felt like it was the more masculine of the collection that they had. And the reason that we actually purchased a trunk bag was because we were in the store looking at, I believe it was small leather goods for my chip bag. And there was a gentleman there who had the Grand Hotel bag on, and it caught our eye and we had a conversation about it. And after that kind of got my husband's juices flowing as to what he really wanted to do. Now, the cool thing about the Grand Hotel bag and the Palace bag is that they are named after the larger trunks that Goyard makes. They have a Palace trunk, which is a suitcase in a 55, a 70, and an 80. And the 55, 70, and 80 refer to the number of centimeters that it is long, which I think is very cool. This is a Palace MM. There is not a Palace GM available right now. There is a Grand Hotel. They also have Grand Hotel bags or suitcases as well. The Palace MM bag has a few things that sets it apart as I described. There is the trunk clasp in the front, and the trunk clasp, it does say Goyard Paris on it, which I love. When we purchased this bag and unwrapped it on Christmas morning, every single piece of palladium was covered in plastic. The emblem right here was covered in plastic, all of these pieces. And so we did get to look at it in the store, but it wasn't until we took it home that we were able to peel off the plastic, which is so satisfying. So opening it up, I'm going to talk about the strap in just a minute. It doesn't open completely all the way. It does have a hinge because of the suede inside. So inside you can see the pocket is on the left when you're looking at it this way, and on the right, and the interior here is a Goyard. It's not necessarily a stamp, but it does have the initials of the person who made the bag, as well as when it was made and the serial, the number of bag it was in their collection. So this was certified by CM, and it was made in July of 2024. Something special. My husband's birthday is in July. I just love that. And this was bag 957 out of 25,925. Now, we looked at gray as well, and there were less gray bags made. This is a black bag. This bag comes in black and tan, and gray, and that's it. The Palace bag only comes in those 3 colors. The Grand Hotel bag comes in all 11 colors that you can get with Goyard. Now, as we have the beach rods here, we have the bottom stud, which I think is very nice, which you can set it down. You have the trunk nails, which you can see stand out against this black trim. It's very beautifully put together. You have the handle, and the strap does not come with the bag. And what I think is very cool is they call these rings Y rings. And if you look at it, it does look like a Y, and they have it that way so that you can have the handle, but also so you can put the strap on it. We looked at 2 straps. They make 2 straps. They make the single in a PM and an MM size. This is the single PM. It's cloth. It's actually poly cotton, and it has cowhide on the components near the hook. And the core, it's a French word, it's C-U-I-R, PM, is a leather strap. So the main difference between the two, aside from cotton and leather, is that this cotton strap allows you to adjust in a variety of lengths just by pulling. Now the leather strap has a buckle system, which is restrictive in the length. In addition, this strap is 3 centimeters in width, and the leather strap is only 0.5 centimeters in width. It's much smaller. Now, the leather strap I feel is more appropriate for a female, and here's why. It's dressier, but also the thinner strap. If you put, my husband puts a lot of things in this, and if you put a lot of items in your bag and you make it heavy, it cuts into your shoulders. And I think maybe as women, we're not gonna carry as much. Wink, wink, probably not true at all. But he tried both straps on in the store, and we decided to go with the cotton one, which was a little bigger, more utilitarian, and I think it was a great choice. You can carry the bag without the strap, but carrying it with the strap allows you to use it as a crossbody. My husband has much larger hands than I do, and so for me, I can put my hand through and carry the bag like this if I wanted to. I can hold it like this, or I can use it as a crossbody, whereas there is no way he's getting his man hand in here. Okay, let's talk particulars. I'm going to give you centimeters, and then I'll talk in terms of inches as well. The bag is 28 centimeters long, which is about 11 inches. It is 7.8 inches in width, which is about 3 inches. 7.8 centimeters in width, which is about 3 inches. And then you're looking at 19 inches high, 19 centimeters. I do it every time, I'm so used to it. 19 centimeters high, or about 7.5 inches. And it weighs almost a kilogram. So 970 grams. We actually put this on a scale, and it is over a kilogram without the strap on. With the strap, it's about 1.5, I believe. Was that right? Or 1.05, sorry, 1.05. The strap itself is about 90 kilograms, 90 grams. I'm not really good at the metric system. Okay, now inside this bag, we have not completely committed brand loyalty to Goyard yet, so we are still we're mixing a few things. My husband was able to fit his Louis Vuitton pouch, which carries some things in it, and his wallet as well inside the bag. Now, we have not selected the small leather good that he is going to do that will match with this. That's one of the things that's on our next, but he can fit this in here. And the wallet, close it up, and it's about 2 kilograms full, and you can feel it. So even with the thicker strap, when you put this on, like, I can tell that this is heavy, but he's carrying it and he can carry me, so I think that's fine. What else fits in here? Take out the wallet. The gentleman that we saw in the store had everything just all strewn everywhere in his bag, which was crazy. Here's my chip wallet, which tuck this side in, tuck that side in. Fits just great. So I could put my chip wallet inside, which also happens to have dun, da, 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 a little nano sonat that I got for Christmas. So that fits in here as well, which actually matches kind of the color of the inside. So you can kind of see what fits in here. There's a good bit of space. If you maybe need to carry a handgun, it'll fit. That works. A knife, if you want to, for protection, keys, purse, wallet, lipstick, whatever you want to put in here, that works. Now, the one thing about Goyard, you know that you can't purchase online and there are no prices online. So there are threads on Purse Pop and Reddit that talk about pricing, current pricing. This bag was $71.50 and the strap was $3.90. So you have to factor in the strap length as well. It's made out of Goyardian canvas. It has the Clamacey cowhide trim. It has yellow tavennet suede calfskin on the inside and has the palladium hardware. Now, one thing that you can do with the leather strap, a couple of the leather straps actually come with gold hardware. So that makes it even a little bit more fancy, or I don't know, classy, I guess you should say. So I can't believe we have this. And one of the things that we talked about when my husband was gifted this for Christmas was that we were going to share this bag. I don't know that that's true. I'm terrified of carrying it. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it, but I really would like to put it on display when it's not in use. Add it to kind of our dresser here. I'm looking at maybe the 352 trunk that they have for display. That's not a trunk bag, it's just a trunk. But I think it was a good choice for us to go with the larger size. And we spent a good deal of time in the store checking it out. And because of the pocket, the size, and the colors, I think that we tried, like I said, we tried the gray and it just wasn't the best. This black was the perfect selection. So there you have it, the Palace trunk, suitcase, kind of mini model handbag, trunk bag. Thanks for watching, y'all. Please make sure that you hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Grab yourself something to drink. Cheers.